It's time to help a lover out. Kindly subscribe to this channel. How can you tell if your husband is cheating on you, and what warning signs should you watch out for? Yes, it is the answer. If you pay attention to the following indicators of a cheating husband, you can discover the affair on your own. Have you noticed that your husband is suddenly working too much and developing a workaholic tendencies? He used to leave work at 6 o'clock, but now he frequently stays later, attends more meetings, and works on more tasks. Workplace affairs are frequent and more often than you may imagine. Has he recently become more talkative about a coworker, collaborating on projects with them, attending meetings over lunch, or having to travel more? Has your husband developed a strong interest in a female coworker and divulged too many personal details about her? If you choose yes to any of these questions, this raises serious concerns. Since you have been married for some time, your husband has probably introduced you to the majority of his interests and pastimes. Your husband was always into sports or video games, but now he's really into gardening or hiking. Your husband's new interests could indicate that his mistress shares them, between the two of them, and driving you away. If you have previously asked your spouse to participate in one of his new interests and he has declined, that is a certain clue that he is unfaithful and that there is another lady involved. Beware of husbands who put their hobbies before their wives and make up justifications for doing them alone. It serves just to confirm to him that there is a gap in the marriage and justification for cheating. As you pay your bills, you discover a few new fees, levies, or withdrawals of money. Asking your spouse about these costs will simply result in him lying about money, dodging the topic, or claiming he has no idea where the charges originated from. A spouse is financially cheating on his wife when he spends excessive amounts of money on activities, destinations, and expenses that do not advance the marriage. Financial infidelity should not be regarded lightly if the couple is hiding their spending and lying about it. It increases vulnerability, reduces stress, and improves the bond between the two people. Added or changed the passwords on his devices. Cheating is now more prevalent than ever thanks to electronics. On the gadgets, there shouldn't be any passwords that aren't known to you, hidden social media profiles, or secrets. Husband uses his phone covertly. When you enter the room, his phone is locked. He receives calls from strange numbers and uses the phone in the restroom. Your husband can definitely explain to you why he spends so much time on his phone while at work. Men who are honest and have nothing to conceal don't mind if you use their phone, especially if you both used to feel at ease doing so. Therefore, a husband who keeps his passwords a secret from his wife or changes them frequently. He wouldn't need to be so careful of his equipment or his privacy if he had nothing to conceal. Is his car seat not in the spot you would expect it to be? These could be hints from an unfaithful husband. It is only natural to get suspicious if the way he treats his car is unusual and he offers no plausible explanations or responses. He can be trying to impress his mistress or cover up infidelity in the automobile. Who doesn't enjoy receiving gifts, particularly from their spouse? Everyone enjoys being surprised by their partner. In a happy marriage, receiving flowers, chocolates, and other lovely gifts is beneficial. But is the husband cheating if he's being too accommodating? Receiving gifts more frequently than before in the relationship or purchasing a gift out of the blue when it has never been a thing in your relationship are both indications that a man is cheating. Extraordinary and extravagant gifts and vacations are even more suspicious. Keep in mind that because of their guilty conscience, husbands frequently purchase gifts after straying. A warning sign is if your husband frequently calls and is quite dependable about staying out late. As is not returning your calls when you call to check in, or if having a husband who frequently leaves the house without taking you or informing you of his whereabouts has become the new normal. In a happy marriage, accountability and communication are key components. Infidelity in a husband is evident if a man stays out all night, is unreachable, and becomes hostile or defensive when you bring up the subject. In addition to picking up the phone, a husband who has nothing to hide might reassure his wife that everything is well, explain why he is running late, and indicate that he is on his way home. New haircut, new style, or new gym membership. Wow, it's great to see your partner taking care of himself. Additionally, he might have opted to make certain adjustments after taking someone's criticism of his appearance to heart. Even though it's not unusual, he won't hesitate to share it with you if you inquire. Social networking is a fun method to communicate with others, gather knowledge, and tell your stories. It is an excellent way to initiate or continue an affair, though. A short like or hello on a chat app might develop into a man receiving the approval and attention he craves but won't ask his wife for. Make sure your partner doesn't have any hidden social media profiles by being cautious. Online cheating are frequently seen by spouses as being more innocent, making them simpler to carry out. It's unlikely that your husband is proud of his activities on any secret Facebook or Instagram accounts that he may have. What further cues can a husband be using to cheat online? One is that a husband spends so much time on social media that it almost seems like an addiction. You also observe that your husband browses Instagram for other women and appears to like each of their posts. But what you find more striking is the husband who appears to like each and every post from a single lady. It is simple to see hidden messages, charges on credit cards, and other information. However, he can also be showing covert signals of cheating. In fact, because the cheater's remorse causes them to alter their behavior, you could consider of them as indications of cheating guilt. Isn't interested in spending time with you. If your husband actively engages in socializing with other people while refusing to do anything with you, it is even more obvious. So, all of a sudden, your patient, joyful husband is irritable, easily distracted, unhappy, and grumpy. Keep an eye out for sudden, unexplained changes in the husband's mood and behavior. These could be signs of frustration with himself, the circumstance, and the emotional cheating he is going through. The husband may experience considerable uncertainty, remorse, and loss as a result of emotional cheating, which demands a lot of mental and physical focus. This could result in the husband's conduct changing, as well as depression, rage, and worry. And while this could be generalized depression or stress, it's also possible that your husband is cheating if he suddenly changes his personality without any obvious cause. One of the most private ways to convey affection is through eye contact. An unfaithful husband avoids eye contact because he finds it difficult to look at you while also knowing that he is wronging you. The constant lying, making up of lies, and reminders that they are having an affair that could cause you great anguish prevents a cheating husband from maintaining eye contact throughout a conversation. So, if your husband can no longer look you in the eye, be suspicious of him. He was everything to you, someone in whom you could confide, and someone who would stand by you in your hour of need. Your formerly dependable partner is now an unsupportive husband who breaks his promises, in addition to being an unreliable partner. Your husband's lack of emotional support is a sign that he is focusing his attention elsewhere and is overcommitted. He probably lacks the resources to sustain both you and his mistress at the same time. He dodges questions and places the blame for his issues on you. When your husband projects negativity and avoids your questions, you might wonder, is my husband cheating? Yes, these could indicate that he is cheating. In a relationship, psychological projection occurs when one partner projects their unfavorable and negative feelings onto the other. A husband who belittles you, disparages you, or tells you that you are acting out is projecting because he is ashamed of himself, repulsed by what he is doing, and burdened with a great deal of guilt. What if your spouse becomes irate when you inquire about something? A husband who refuses to respond to your questions or who says things like, I don't have to tell you where I was, or, it's none of your business, is trying to avoid telling you the truth. What should you do if your husband cheats? What then should you do if you discover that your husband is cheating on you? Gathering information might be a good place to start before approaching him. There must be complete honesty, transparency, severe guilt on your husband's behalf, and the affair must terminate for you to even contemplate staying. Don't make snap decisions. Instead, give yourself time to consider your options. Do you want to remain together or get a divorce? You will likely experience a wide range of sentiments and emotions during this time, so it is acceptable to take some time to consider your options. It's very normal at this point for you to discover that you no longer find your husband attractive after he cheated or to question if he would cheat again. If you choose to stay, this is where a qualified expert can help. To recover from the betrayal, deceit, and emotional abuse and to figure out what led to your husband's wandering, you both will need to go to individual and couples therapy sessions. One of the most painful situations you could possibly imagine is learning that your husband cheated on you. Take the time to look after yourself, eat healthily, get enough sleep, and engage in enjoyable activities. This will assist you in making the greatest choice possible for your marriage. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more contents.